Hi, everybody. My name is Colin Meloy. I'm the author of the book, Everyone's Awake, which you're seeing right here. And I am a musician and author. I play in the band, the Decemberists. On off time, I also write books. So far, just for children, Wildwood, the Wildwood series, Whiz Mob and the Grenadine Kid, and I wrote a picture book biography of Pete Seeger. And this is my second picture book, Everyone's Awake. And it was illustrated by this guy.
Over here. Yeah, just to your right or left.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Shawn Harris. I am an illustrator. I made that book that Colin was holding up. My phone is in fact sitting on top of the book, so I can't hold it up. Also, thank you for holding that up, Colin. That looks really nice.
It does well as a prop, as like a stand for an iPhone.
Yes. I think, if you like books where all the characters are awake, this might be the book for you.
Yeah.
I think we have some secrets, some tips and tricks on reading this book, how to read this book. And are we planning on also reading the book?
Yeah, we're going to do a reading of the book. And then we're going to talk about just some ideas as to how we've been filling our time here in lockdown, quarantine. I'm in just outside of Portland, Oregon.
Yes. And I am in Half Moon Bay, California.
Yeah. So we're maybe share some tips and tricks about how to not go crazy during your time, staying safe and staying home. But first off, I'm going to go ahead and read this book to you.
It's kind of this family in this book, it strikes me, is sort of going through some of the same stir craziness of sheltering in place. They're in a location where they're sort of contained. I mean, no spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, nighttime
on an island. Yeah.
It's sort of an experience, like a full night of insomnia is sort of like an experience of being in lockdown.
It's 2 a.m. You can't sleep, but you can't go to the library at 2 a.m.
No, you can't do that. You stay put. We've been practicing all our lives for this very moment. So here's some self-quarantining people who are very much awake. Nice end papers there, Shawn.
Thank you. Wait, do the animation. Show them the animation. This, everybody, is manual animation. Wait, flip the page back. Go back to the end paper.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here. We'll do this. This is fun.
Here we go. This is fun. There's actually a lighthouse right down the street from my house. And when it's foggy, the light sweeps by our window every 15 seconds.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
We just watched part of that movie, The Lighthouse. Have you seen that yet? From the guy who made The Witch? It's not kid-friendly.
Okay, all right. But it is about a lighthouse.
It's about a lighthouse. A very different experience in a lighthouse than these people. There is some insomnia, though, for sure.
Lighthouses are so cool.
They are very cool.
Thank you for letting me set your book in a lighthouse.
That's the funny thing, is that I had never sort of imagined that it would be set in a lighthouse. That was purely editorial work on the illustrator's part. I have no control over some of these things. Here we have the title page. That's me, Colin Meloy. That's him, Shawn Harris. And we have some, well, you're seeing a slide probably right now.
Colin, remind me, I'm going to stop interrupting you once you start actually reading the book. But, the first few pages are the opportunity to kind of, it's like the murmur during previews at the movies when you're eating popcorn and you're still kind of allowed to whisper in your friend's ear.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing right now.
Okay, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're gonna silence our cell phones and things like that.
I'm gonna silence my cell phone right now.
No, but that's fine. I don't mind interjecting. It's just you and I here in this lonely theater together.
Probably a million kids. Hi.
All right, kids. Our virtual friends
at the Bay Area Book Fest. Yeah.
All right, here we go. The crickets are all peeping. The moon shines on the lake. We should be soundly sleeping, but everyone's awake. Dad had done the dishes. Mom had locked the doors. I was snuggled up in bed, listening for the snores of all my fellow housemates till it occurred to me that all my fellow housemates were as wakeful as could be. Grandma's at her needlework. Dad is baking bread. I'm doing a lot of bread baking these days. I can really relate.
So are we.
To that. It's just one after, and I've never baked so much bread in my life, so I'm really feeling the doubt here. My brother is making laundry lists of every book he's read. I'm close to doing that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sister's flossing braces and reciting Baudelaire while she's locked inside the bathroom tying plaits into her hair. We all got tucked in early. A full tomorrow waits, but here it's almost midnight and everyone's awake. You gonna follow along, Sean?
Yeah, I just realized that I could do that for you.
No, that's all right. Okay. Oh, right.
Because they're going to put the slides up. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
The cat is running circles while the mice are playing cards. There's some unholy racket being made out in the yard. It's a nice racket. Again, that was the sort of thing that I didn't contribute. That was Sean's invention, but I wholeheartedly approve of ghost ships in all forms.
There's also a ghost ship down the street from my house, and like every 15 seconds, it flashes by my window as well.
There's a ghost ship?
Yeah.
A legit ghost ship?
Yes.
You know, there's an interesting, one of the first times I went to San Francisco, as an aside, since this is apropos, this being the San Francisco Bay Book Fest, Sutro Tower.
Yes.
When the cloud cover is right beneath it, I remember looking out the window of the van, we were on tour, and seeing that, and it's like a ghost ship. It is so amazing and moving, and I'm sure you see that on a regular basis. But
yeah, it's like haunted masts.
It's a powerful image. If it just gets right below that, it really looks like a ghost ship.
It really does.
The dog's into the eggnog. Mom's tap dancing to Prince, while Dad is on the laptop buying 10-yard bolts of chintz. My brother's now reciting every line from Condor Man, while my sister is trapezing from the kitchen ceiling fan. Dad just rolled the motorbike into the living room and is practicing Sinatra with the handle of the broom. I cannot think what happened to make us act this way. We all were feeling drowsy at the dimming of the day. But now nobody's sleeping. Everyone's awake. How will we ever function in the morning, for Pete's sake? Mom is on the rooftop, fixing broken slates. And brother's in the kitchen, juggling the plates. Sister's donned a headband and is prepping for a run. While not asleep, we all at least are getting some things done. Grandma's on to playing whist with long-dead Grandpa Paul, and the dog has started throwing darts against my bedroom wall. Now Mom just took an audience with Queen Sigrid III. My brother has just taught the cat a dozen dirty words. Will we ever settle? Will we ever sleep? Or will we be reduced into a shambling, sleepless heap? I'm really not quite certain how much more that I can take. I think that we may just become forever everyone awake. I'd like to take a moment just to notice what they're doing there. We've got some pottery making. Cat is.
Wait. I'll do the sound that accompanies each of the things. So
okay. Pottery making.
Spin.
The cat is going snorkeling. The sister is practicing archery. The long dead Grandpa Paul seems to be playing badminton, whacking a little shuttlecock over towards the bed. Oh, the brother is doing a ventriloquism act. Oh, and here we go. Sorry.
that was all the ventriloquism.
That's all you had.
Prepared to do. Yeah.
Grandma is on the other side of the bed with doing the badminton. The sister is practicing now, or no, that's Mom, I think. Mom is practicing falconry.
It's my best.
It's not bad.
Falcon. Yeah.
And the dog, fully dressed up, is playing baseball.
Crack! How do you... Whack! I don't know the sound of a home run. I've never hit one.
That's solid. All right. But look, sister's on a quiz show. Dad is digging jazz. Grandma's singing Clementine with unabashed pizzazz. My brother's built a temple from discarded toothpaste tops, while the cat is giving poke tattoos and prank calling the cops. My mom just won a Pulitzer. Dad sailed off to war. Grandma's joined a miming troupe. Who even knows what for? My brothers staged a coup d'etat and overthrown the state, while my sisters joined the resistance. They never got on great. Mom has forced a treaty. Dad just annexed France. Grandma's built a Goodyear blimp from Dad's old underpants. And me? Well, I'm just lying here, awake inside my bed, thinking I should just get up and write a book instead. Hey, what's all this? What's happened now? What light through window breaks? The morning's come, the night is through, let's hear no belly aches. But just as I walk from my room and down the staircase creep, I find the sun is shining down on everyone asleep. The end. The sun is coming up over the lighthouse island.
And now we can animate the passage of days. Watch this.
Wow.
How many days have we been in our houses, Colin?
I hate to look.
Going?
You know, I've been keeping track. I've been doing a 5-year diary for the last 3 years.
Oh, wow.
And when this all went down, I was like, oh boy, things are going to get real interesting in the 5-year diary. But guess what? Things got real boring real quick in the 5-year diary.
Yeah.
I think initially I was like marking down each of the days as they go by, but you know, it's a lot of just the same each day.
Just blends into one. I know. So a couple secrets. I said there were going to be tips and tricks on reading this book. Not only did you get to hear it in the author's actual voice, but I'm going to tell you an illustrator secret about this book. I hid a frog. I didn't tell Colin I was doing this when I made the book, but I hid at least one frog on every spread of the book. And if anybody caught them all in that digital reading just now,
you're a genius.
You are a genius.
With very good eyesight.
Absolutely. Now, you probably noticed some frogs toward the end. There's something like a plague of frogs happening on this lake. It's a full moon. Crazy things were happening. But yeah, there are some pages that get pretty tricky. I have adults sending me letters asking for hints with these frogs. So
I had to have help. I sent you a letter.
Was that letter from you? That letter was from you.
One of them would have been from me.
So if you're looking for a book to pass the time with, this will take you much longer to complete than just reading the book once. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Colin, you're a musician. I see your music studio in the background there. You write songs as well as books. And you put there's a bunch of music in this book.
Mm-hmm.
What were those references?
Oh, we lost you. Your video feed.
I'm sorry. Mac Barnett, the author Mac Barnett was calling me.
Oh, he was. Are we interrupting? You have a live cartoon to do.
I do. I have a live cartoon due in a day. So
in a day.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you're getting paid, for that.
Yeah, but Colin, do you think that you could sing me like one line from Sinatra?
From Sinatra?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay. While Colin is across the room. Oh, he's back. We weren't talking about you. Nothing. We weren't talking about you.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what June is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Woo! Wow. Okay,
those are the only jazz chords I know.
That's what Dad was doing with the handle of the broom, singing into it. Has anybody ever taken like a hairbrush or like a detachable shower head or the handle of a broom and pretended like you were a famous lounge singer? It's pretty fun. Something else that you can do stuck in your house.
I'm sure I've done that.
What about, I noticed another musical reference. I noticed, do you like how I prepped you for this, Colin? What about Mom's Tap Dancing to Prince?
To Prince?
Yeah. Maybe if you play some Prince, I'll tap dance. Let's see. Turn my camera around here.
Move a little fast. I never meant to cause you any trouble. Never meant to cause you any pain. Never something of a good time. Oh, boy, I don't know the word. Only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain. Purple rain.
All right. Okay.
There's a bit of a delay.
Good.
It's hard to.
That might have just been me, All right, let's see. What else was in there?
Well, there's Clementine.
Oh yeah. Let's hear that.
Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are gone and lost forever. Dreadful sorry, Clementine.
All right.
So there's plenty of music. There's a lot of books and music and things.
Would you and Dad was digging jazz? Would you just play a jazz chord?
Well, I played you my jazz chords that I know.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah. That's the only one I know too. So yeah.
But anything's a jazz chord. Just
wait. Explain that to us. What do you mean everything's a jazz chord?
Well, jazz chords are just basically how you play a jazz chord, and most professional jazz musicians know this. But they don't want to tell people because it would be kind of giving away a huge
Let's give the kids the
really
secret,
just about throwing your fingers into the most awkward positions on the fretboard and then just playing whatever is there. And that's it. That's how you play jazz. That is jazz.
Kids, you can play jazz.
Hey, but you really got to,
the farther you get
your hands apart or your fingers apart on the fretboard, the more jazz it is. So,
Colin, you are a bona fide guitar teacher.
There you
are
go.
The best.
Yeah,
you are the best.
I'm just doing my part out here. The heroes.
What do you think about me doing a little tutorial on how I did the drawings from this?
I think that's a great idea. I think you should do that.
All right. Well, Colin, I'm going to use you as my audience.
Okay.
To respond to this because I can't hear all the kids at home, but I know that there are millions of them. So if you could just go ahead and represent millions of kids right now.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, fantastic. All right. So Colin, I'm going to show you, I want to go back to this page from the book that we just read, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really just a really lovely illustration.
There's a lot going on in this illustration. Now, what if I told you, Colin, that I made this entire book, all of these colors that happen in the book? What if I told you that I made this entire book using only 3 colors?
No way.
I
wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe you. You kidding me?
Colin, I did. It's true. I only used 3 colors to make this book. Now,
how do you use only 3 colors to make all those different colors?
Can you guess what colors I used? Oh.
Did you use purple?
Colin, I did not use purple. There is no purple in this book, even though you see purple right here. What?
Did you use orange?
Colin, I did not use any orange. I used no orange in this book, Colin.
Did you use green?
Colin, there's no green in this book. Okay.
I see green. There's green all over. The frogs are green.
Now, Colin, I'm going to tell you something. This is an artist's secret. That is an illusion that is caused by blending colors. I used 3 colors in this book, Colin. I used blue, I used yellow, and I used red.
What kind of sorcery is this?
3 colors I used in this entire book. It is some crazy artist sorcery, and I want to show you and everybody at home how I did it. Yes. Okay. These are called the primary colors. That means you only need these 3 colors to make just about every other color in the rainbow. Now,
what would you call them?
I did? We call them primary colors.
Well, I mean, is that sort of looks like a light blue? Will any blue do?
Yeah. I mean, you want me to prove it? I can use like a lighter blue.
Well, I was just curious about that.
You've already got challenges.
It doesn't have to be a particular kind of blue.
You know, a different blue will produce a different result. But I'm going to start with these ones. Then I'll show you a different blue later. You know, okay. If you have questions, if you just can't believe your eyes and you want more, then I'll show you more. So here, I'm going to start. I'm going to draw a frog. Now, what color? What's the kind of like the classic frog color?
Not red.
Not red.
I think it's kind of a greenish color.
Kind of a greenish color. Well, I like I told you, Colin, I did not use green in this book. I'm going to start with some red, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this shape right here. I'm going to use this blue. I'm going to go ahead and color straight over that red using this blue right here. Use this blue shape. Does this look like a frog yet to you?
No.
You should.
But I tried.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, let me keep going then. Let me keep going then. Okay. So I'm gonna make a bit of another shape over here on this side.
Okay.
I'm gonna call that a frog leg. And over here on this side, I'm gonna call that a frog leg. This is gonna kind of start to take shape. Now, I don't know exactly how many toes frogs have. They're always moving. It's hard to count. So I'm gonna go.
Shawn, I don't want to stop you, but
yeah,
it's a very blue. A blue frog. I don't know, like a very sad frog.
That's not the kind of classic frog. Now,
or a very
I know you're.
frog.
You know, Colin, if you would just save your notes until the end, just like we did with the book. You know, I was like,
I'll have faith.
Colin's always over my shoulder saying, "Oh, you know, I was thinking." I mean, what if it wasn't a lighthouse? You know, what if it was like a barn? What if the whole thing took place at a barn? Like, hold on, wait. All right, there's my frog. There's my frog. But like you said, I've got some notes, Colin. I'm going to make this frog green for you.
How are you going to do that with a yellow pencil?
With a yellow pencil. Watch what happens when I color yellow over this blue and red frog. Watch what happens.
Oh.
Look at those colors blend, everybody. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. All of a sudden, we have a green tree frog. All of a sudden.
That's definitely green.
I'm gonna use the blue in here over the red. See how that's making kind of like a purple line for the middle of the mouth right there, standing out. And then I'm going to use this blue over the red over here. I'm going to make these eyes really pop.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
eyes popping right there. And maybe like separate the legs a little bit with the red right there. If we want a darker, Colin, you said you didn't believe I could use other tones of blue.
I don't know that I said I didn't believe you could, but
I think you said you couldn't believe you didn't believe it. I think you said if I could go back, I would hire someone else to do this book because it looks like this guy's only going to use 3 colors, and I'm pretty sure other illustrators would use more colors. And we all know the more colors, the better the sales.
Oh, look at that!
That's not true, Colin. That's not true. So here's another blue. Here's another blue I'm going to put in there. Look at these blues blend with this yellow.
So did you use colored pencil to make the art in the book?
Oh, man. Okay, well, now that's a can of worms. So, in fact, I made all of the art in the book. I'm going to let you look at that frog real quick while I grab the art from the book right here. Now, this is actually might blow your mind here. Let me see if I can explain this. I made all of the art in the book in black and white. And what I did was I delivered this black and white art to Chronicle Books, our publisher. And I said, this is yellow. Everything that's black here, please print that yellow. Everything that's black here, please print that in blue. And everything that is black here, please print that in red. And they said, what? That doesn't make any sense. And I was like, just print those colors and you'll see.
And they said you were crazy.
They said, you're crazy. And then the book came back from the printer. And everyone was happy.
It worked out.
It worked out.
You're sorcery.
I was so relieved when it worked out, Colin. I can't tell you how stressful that 3 months was when our book was over in China being printed.
It was a gamble. You had to trust that that's how colors would behave.
But you know what? Welcome to being an artist.
You did it.
There you go.
Really a moment of triumph.
So I would like to challenge everybody at home to see how many colors you can make only using these 3 colors. Take the primaries, see if you can make purple. Colin saw some purple in the book. See if you can make orange. Colin saw some orange in the book. See if you can make a bright red. See if you can make a brown. See how close to black you can make these 3 colors.
Shawn, I have a question since you seem to be such a master of color. When I look at a rainbow, I see different colors. I see purple. I see orange.
Yes.
How does that work?
How does a rainbow work?
Well, how do the colors? Shouldn't I just be seeing the 3 primary colors?
Okay, do you want to help me with this? And so it's something about the wavelength.
Well, I was thinking that they just, they happen, those, like the blue and the yellow are close together, and so they probably make green.
Oh, yes. Actually, in a rainbow. No, that's good. Thank you for leading me to
I didn't need you to explain the physics of a rainbow.
I was like, oh, boy. All these kids at home definitely know the physics of a rainbow better than I do.
They've been homeschooled by their parents for the last month. They've got this down.
But yeah, if you look on the rainbow, you'll see the colors that are near each other. You'll see, I think, green between a blue and a yellow because those wavelengths of light are blending between those colors, making the green, making the purple. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Well, thank you, Shawn. That was super illuminating and cool.
Ooh, good word.
So we also wanted to share some, if this wasn't enough, we wanted to share some tips and tricks with how to spend your day, your time. And I know it's a weird, rough time for everyone. I don't know if your parents are home or your parents may be healthcare workers or grocery store workers or maybe out there on the front line, and it's a really worrying time. What I find is interesting, I mentioned earlier my 5-year diary, even though it is very kind of a little day-to-day right now, it's kind of each day kind of melds into the one before it. But I think keeping a record of what's happening right now, I think you as kids, it just strikes me that when you're 90 years old, you're going to be sat down in front of documentary filmmakers, you're going to be approached by your grandkids. People are going to be really treasuring any kind of remembrance of this event, because this event is so big, as it will have only happened, in few lifetimes will something of this momentousness, I don't know if that's a word, will occur. So I'm talking to my kids about it. I don't know if it really sinks in, but it's like, keep a record, keep a diary, jot down thoughts, take pictures, put them in a scrapbook, anything you can to kind of, not only would be a fun project to do, but also just having some kind of, a memento of this. I think you'll really appreciate that later in your life. So that's
and there's even time now to write as much as you might in an entire 5-year diary in 3 months.
That's true. You have plenty of time. There's nothing stopping you.
Yeah, I find similarly. I find that right now is a really good time to get in way over your head on a big project that it feels like, oh, wow, well, I never thought that I could make a movie, but instead of, and I never thought I could make a movie with 20 other people working on it with me. Let me see if right now alone, maybe calling one of my friends on the phone, I can make an entire movie. Something that just like almost that you're almost drowning in, that you have no time to think about anything else. You're like, this is such a huge task. Why am I even doing this? It all of a sudden it's a week later and you realize, wait, time has passed. And in fact, right now that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Take on big creative projects. Who knows when you'll have
like too big. Yeah. Right. Don't write one novel, write a series of novels right now.
There we go. All right. Well, do you have anything else to add?
Oh, I was hoping to push in an outro slide. Wait, did I go the wrong way? Here we go. I'll do it this way in case the editor wants to go that way.
Ooh, like a wash. Goodbye.
I don't know which way to go. Feel free to cut that out, editor. Thank you for doing the work on this. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for listening.